Hi guys, Lee here from Budget with Lee. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and thank you for tuning in today. I was just running my errands today and I've drove past one of the most amazing and cheapest stores in South Africa, and best believe I went in and picked up a few things. Stay tuned as I share with you exactly what I bought. Let's do this. I think I might have given it away when I said the cheapest store in South Africa. You probably guessed it. That's Cambridge. I'm the kind of person that refuses to pay full price for any sort of thing, especially when it comes to food. I mean, sometimes you especially these days, you pay an arm and a leg for food and food prices have skyrocketed. So when it comes to Cambridge food, you are sure best to believe that you will be saving a lot of money and they will be giving you a great deal. When there's a special at Cambridge, I definitely know I don't even need to shop around because that is the best deal. Even if you look around and try and compare with the other retailers, you can actually see that their prices are totally unbeatable. That's why I love them so much. Quick tips on how I shop at Cambridge Food. Number one, don't go to Cambridge at peak hours. That's basically whole day at Cambridge. Yes, all day there will be packed. It will be so packed. There will be so many people that are just walking around wanting to grab those deals before they run out. And best believe there are some great deals. What I normally do when I go to Cambridge, I make sure that I either go at 8 o'clock in the morning and make sure I grab everything I need before anybody comes, or I go at 7 o'clock at night when there's actually less traffic in the shop. I find that 7 o'clock actually suits me better because you can just walk around and see exactly what you need. You don't need to be bumping, you don't need to be in queues. And that's also another thing why I prefer to go either in the morning or in the afternoon. It's the queues. If you haven't been at Cambridge, then you don't know this, but the queues there are insane. Before you walk into the store, there's a queue. At the bakery, there's a queue. At the butchery, there's a queue. Within the store, there's a queue if you need somebody to come and help you or get something down. There's a queue for that. At the cigarette counter, where people buy 10 items or less, there's a queue. And finally, at checkout, when you have to pay for your stuff, there's a queue, and that one is pretty long. So queues, queues, queues. When you shop at Cambridge, you have to be very, very patient, and you have to take your time and pace yourself. Best believe there will also be people bumping into you every now and then, and you just have to be like, you know what, I'm just here for the specials. I'm not here to look around, I'm not here to make friends, I'm just here for the great deals that I'm about to get and check out. It'll take a pretty long time, but it'll be worth it, I promise. So on the tip with the queues, if you actually want to know how packed the store is when you come in, just look at the trolleys. If there are no trolleys, don't even try, because you're going to have a terrible time. It's going to be too packed for you to even move around. So when you can't find a trolley, that is a sign. Go home, come back at another time. After I grab my trolley, the first thing I do is look around for the store leaflet. This is very handy. I take this leaflet and look through it and see exactly what the specials are. Take out my list that I carry on my phone with all my grocery lists and whatever I'm running low on. And I make sure that I kind of check exactly what I can get. Sometimes things are not on my list, but if it's a great deal at Cambridge, I definitely grab it, especially if it has a long shelf life, like tinned food, canned food, rice, things that have a very long shelf life. Then I will definitely grab if there is a very great deal that I don't want to miss. Another tip that I want to give you about shopping at Cambridge is that if you can, shop mostly food that have a long shelf life. And those foods would actually last longer in your pantry, and the expiry date will be much further. So you'll be getting the freshest food there is. Let me explain. Because Cambridge only stocks up on fairly basic foods, that means that they actually don't stay long in the shelf. So more people are buying, and they're just going off the shelf. So every time they stock up, it's normally their freshest stock. Cambridge doesn't have aisles and aisles of international cuisines and menus to make, amazing dishes with lots of flavors and fragrances. They just focus merely on the South African consumer who needs to attend to his basic needs. And what I also love about that is that they are really attentive to the brands. The South African brands that they put on their shelves are actually the trusted brands. For example, the Koo beans that are sold there, I find that their shelf life is so much longer, and their beans are actually fresher than any other retailer because they only have 2 or 3 other brands. They're not like the big retailers that have lots and lots of variety. They only have the basic brands, the top brands that are trusted by South Africans, and best believe when you buy those brands, you will be getting the best deal at the right price and the freshest one. Another tip that I want to give you is that as much as I don't go fairly often to Cambridge, I know that when I do go, I will get the best deals, especially on household cleaning products. So I find that Handy Andy and Domestos is actually way cheaper at Cambridge than any other store, as well as the Sunlight Green Bar is always on sale there. Their surf washing powder, their hand washing powder that is also always on sale. And I find that when I do go there, I don't even need to compare. I don't need to compare to Pick n Pay. I don't need to compare to ShopRite. When there is a special with their cleaning products, I definitely know I'm getting a great deal. So I will often go to Cambridge if I want to stock up on all the cleaning supplies, especially when I'm running low. I normally buy lots and buy make sure that I've got enough on hand until the next special. And sometimes I find that the specials, you start picking up on them when you go there often, that every other month or every second week there will be certain things that will be on special that you need and you can just grab. So I don't go there often, but I normally know around month end they've got great deals. If the Handy Andy is not on special this week, I definitely know it will be on special the next week. So I need not to worry. I don't pick it up if it's not on special. I only buy it when it is on special. So you can also use that tip. So far, if you're finding this video very informative, please do subscribe and hit the like button so more people can find this kind of content, so they know exactly where to find the deals. And while you're at it, on the comments below, please put your comments as to what do you normally buy at Cambridge and why. You're probably sitting there and thinking, geez, this chick has been going on about Cambridge and I just want to see the groceries. Yes, let's jump into it. Without further ado, let's check out what I got at Cambridge Food. I'll actually start right here in the front. I got tested rice. I love my tested rice. It cooks perfectly every time. I really enjoy tested rice. That brand for me, even if you can't cook, it comes out perfectly every time. So I normally don't compromise, but unless the other brands are also on special and it's very good, then I would consider them. But for this one, it was only 27 Rand 99. What a deal. And then at the back there, I got cornflakes. These are my best cornflakes, Kellogg's cornflakes. I find them very delicious, and my family agrees. They love those, and they were only 39 Rand 99. The Oros, this is my favorite squash. I don't normally drink a lot of juice, but my kids do, and when they do request a juice, they ask for the Oros, and it was only 33 Rand 99, so that was also a great deal. The baked beans here in front, these are normally just put into tinned fish and stretch our meals. It's very delicious as well on toast. And I've got biscuits. These were very cheap as well. And the sugar as well was very affordable. It was only 30 Rand 99, so only 31 Rand. And I love this brand. Like I said, Cambridge doesn't compromise on the good South African brands. And this Salati brand, I find it so delicious. I normally use the white sugar for baking, but for any tea or beverages and hot beverages, I prefer the brown sugar. It tastes more nicer in the hot beverages than the white. The white I normally just use for baking. And I got jigelele. I love these to just put into stews, and you don't need to put in any soup or anything like that when you've got jigelele. And these beef flavored cubes, I use them for stews. If I don't make my stock from scratch, I can put this into a cup and dissolve it with warm water. It acts as stock, even though fresh, delicious stock that I make from scratch, I find that it's better, but this is such a good substitute as well. And it doesn't have a lot of salt, and like it says there, less salt. I also got this file, see-through file for one of the things that I want to do and put my papers in here. This was only 37 Rand. I know that this brand is not the famous one, but it works just as best. I find that the pages inside are actually much more nicer on the fingers than the other brand. Moving on to the cleaning products that I absolutely love buying at Cambridge. These are absolutely a steal. I'll start right at the back. So the domestics were on special. These were going for 53 Rand for 2. And then I like to buy the refills, saving a lot of plastic instead of the bottles for the Handy Andy. I got 2 of them. Those were also on special for 23 Rand for 2, if I'm not mistaken. And then the Sunlight liquid as well. Good brand. I love the Sunlight brand. This was actually also quite affordable. It was on special. It was only 26 Rand. And I normally, like I said, even with the handy Andes, I'll buy a refill pack if I still have the bottle. And the Sunlight green bar, I use these for washing up any stains from any clothes before I put them into the washing machine. They do such a great job, and I just like to have some on hand. So these I normally also just buy at Cambridge. And this is toothpaste for my kiddos and Stay Soft. And while you're looking at this, please let me know how much you think I spent on this grocery. It was literally an in and out, and I really thought it was a good buy, especially for the cleaning products. And I generally just always go into Cambridge for the cleaning products, but I had a few of them, so I didn't need quite a lot. I just needed 2 of each to just make sure I always have 4 on hand. So I already had 2, and I normally use 3 a month, so that's why I got the 2, not the usual 4 that I need. So this is exactly what I bought. On the comments below, just let me know how much you think this was. Have you guessed exactly how much you think it was? It wasn't a lot of food, it wasn't a lot of cleaning supplies, I know that. So it was just the in and out, quickly grab what I might run low on during the month. So, drum roll. The total was 494 Rand and 84 cents. I know prices seem to be increasing day by day, and even Cambridge Food, as much as they try to keep their prices low, I was also a bit shocked. But I won't stop shopping there because, like I said, with all the tips I gave you, their specials really are true specials. So for now, I'm going to pack my groceries and get on with it. You on your side, please do take care and keep well. Don't spend money on things that you'll regret. Remember, the point is to save, save, save. Until next time with more tips, please subscribe and hit the like button and keep well. Bye.
Bye. Have a great time.